In 1985, Steve Jobs was on top of the world. The Apple Macintosh had just launched. He was young, visionary, and rich. But behind the scenes, things were falling apart. Jobs was clashing with executives. His leadership was called erratic, his team divided. And then it happened. He was fired from Apple. The very company he had built kicked him out. At just 30 years old, he was humiliated on a global stage. For most people, that would have been the end. But not Steve Jobs. Instead of disappearing, he started over. First, he launched Next, a sleek new computer company with powerful ideas, too powerful, some said, for the market to handle. Then, he bought a small animation studio from George Lucas. A studio called Pixar. While Next struggled financially, Pixar exploded with a film called Toy Story, the first ever full-length 3D animated movie. Jobs took Pixar public in 1995. It made him a billionaire, again. And then, the story came full circle. In 1996, Apple was in trouble. It had lost its edge. Sales were down. Innovation was dead. They needed help. They bought Next for $429 million. And with that, Steve Jobs returned to Apple. But he didn't come back the same man. He was calmer, sharper, more focused, less arrogant. What followed was one of the greatest comebacks in tech history: the iMac, the iPod, the iPhone. Each one redefined an industry. Each one led by the man Apple once said wasn't fit to lead. Steve Jobs' darkest moment, getting fired, was also the turning point. Because he didn't just recover. He reinvented himself. And in doing so, he changed the world. So the next time you hit a low point, remember, failure doesn't have to be the end. Sometimes, it's just the beginning of a better version of you.